Hello, Death Metal Promotion subscribers. We are 2/3 of the band Cordura. I'm Grega, the drummer.
I'm Tim Draxler and I play guitar.
When we were searching for the name, we wanted something unconventional, not typically death metal, like typical death metal names. So we searched other languages, everything, and we land on the name Cordura, which is Spanish for sanity.
Nibiru X is part of a bigger project called Saga of Seven Worlds, which contains 7 different EPs. The music for the Nibiru X EP was written in France. I wrote the whole guitar profiles and sent it to Grega.
Yeah, and that's usually how it works. When I receive Tim's guitar profiles, then I work on my drum parts, and when we are both satisfied, then we start the recording process. In that point of in this point in our careers, I think we got so used to working with one another that we really don't practice anymore like together. Everybody does his work at home, and then we meet each other at the recording session. Only band practices are before the shows.
Themes on Nibiru X EP were alien technologies, Anunnaki themes, and evolution of human race.
The album cover was created by our vocalist Nate Heine, and it represents kind of a godlike status that our main character has. That's why he's pictured above the planet Nibiru. Well, in my opinion, it depends on the genre of music that you play. I believe that in more mainstream genres, having a label still means a great deal. But for smaller, more underground genres, and with all the technology for recording that is pretty affordable today, I think having a label deal is not like crucial. It more depends of how many people you know and how much of your time, I think, are you willing to put into promoting your stuff on social media.
For making music, I think you don't need labels, you just make music. My discovery of death metal was in primary school when a friend of my mother gave me a copy of The Sound of Perseverance CD of the band Death.
For me, it was Demigod by Behemoth. That was the first song, kind of death metal that I heard, and then after I discovered Nile, I fell in love with the genre. I would change the mentality, like quantity over quality. I think that there is a lot of artists that just follow the current trends and put out music that is easy to listen to, but you forget it instantly. So I miss like the more creative approaches to writing and performing music. My personal most memorable live fail, I think it was in when we performed at Metal Days. I think it was 2015 or 14, something like that. And during the last song of the concert, my beater fell from the pedal. So I had to do like the whole last song only with my left foot, which was pretty frustrating and pretty bad. And also I remember at the time I didn't wear any underwear, so I was going commando. So yeah, interesting gig.
My personal live fail was on Metal Mania on a festival in Slovenia, and I think it was the first or second gig that we used in-ear monitorings.
Yeah, and for that in-ears we used like homemade earbuds. Yeah, it's pretty stupid, but
yeah, but Greg did make them right. I didn't pinch the holes for the for the monitoring, so I didn't hear a shit.
And of course we had to mention the incident that happened before our show at Wacken, like I think 2 weeks before. Nate's, the vocalist, broke his collarbone when he was on how do you say on visiting a festival with a friend. He fell in the dark, I think into some pit or something like that. Broke his collarbone and then performed on Wacken. That was pretty interesting. You can see it on YouTube. Well, I really don't have any like new bands that I'm completely crazy for, but memorable releases for me were definitely the new Cryptopsy album. Since the Book of Suffering, Tom 2, I'm a big fan of Cryptopsy, and I like their latest album. And for the movies, I'm also a bit old school that way. But if I had to pick one, I think it would be the Menu, a movie about a chef that goes a bit psycho. I really enjoy that one.
For me, I listen mostly just old music, like for the 80s and 90s, but I will pick a movie that I was pretty much impressed with, and it was called Dune. I like the themes, and I think that the movie was recorded very good, and I'm looking forward for the second part.
You will always have the big bands, Cannibal Corpse, Deicide, Morbid Angel, the one that started the genre, so they will always be relevant. but for concerts and that kind of, I think it will stay the same, like pretty much underground. Right now, I think death metal mixed with core is pretty much the most popular and listened to subgenre of death metal, and it doesn't look that this will change anytime soon. So for bands like ours, I think we will stay underground, and to be honest, I prefer it that way.
I think that death metal was always underground, and I think it will be kept forever underground.
Well, in Slovenia, the death metal scene is really small. As far as I know, there are not any like new young bands like kids playing death metal. There is a few bands, but they are on the scene for many years. So yeah, really small, really underground.
My most favorite death metal album is by Death, The Sound of Perseverance. I like it because it's the first memory on the death metal genre, and I like the production and the songwriting and almost everything.
Yeah, for me it's Those Whom the Gods Detest by Nile. When I heard Kafir, I had it on repeat, I don't know, for a long time, and the whole album for me is just a masterpiece. I can listen to it anytime, anywhere.
This time I will choose also a death cover, but not the cover for The Sound of Perseverance. I would choose the human cover because of the colors and the theme.
I would have to say Tomb of the Mutilated by Cannibal Corpse. Is just when I saw the cover, it was just the most brutal thing I saw on a CD, and I think that hasn't changed.
One album or EP was deeply resonating with me, and it was the Cynic EP, Carbon-Based Anatomy. I can remember when I first heard it, I just skipped the school. I was studying computer science, so I was skipping school and just played the fucking guitar.
Like I said before, Kafir by Nile was the song that just blew my mind. And also, I think when the first time I heard Sacrifice onto Sevek, I mean George Kolias on that album is just unbelievable.
I must say that before the project that we made, the Saga of Seven Worlds, I didn't think about the lyrics much, but now I can understand the fascination about the lyrical part of the albums, it has been changed the thinking on the lyrics, because the vocalists also have an important part in making music.
Well, I still don't pay that much attention to the lyrics, to be honest. For me, the most important thing, or the thing that I like to listen to the most, is the instrumental part. If the instrumental part is amazing, I really don't care what the singer is doing.
This year we want to release the second part of the Saga of Seven Worlds, which contains the two EPs called Uxort and Nuisletera, and we will also release the second Slovenian version of the Saga of Seven Worlds, which is actually a book.
Yeah, and we are also planning, I think, a few live shows. For now only in Slovenia, but yeah, we will see what the future holds in that department.
Keep supporting the fucking underground and don't become commercialized.
And of course, thanks for watching and listening to our babbling about Cordura. Stay heavy. Cheers.